minutes and show you my favorite spot that I usually do in the mornings here on the Umpqua River at the mouth of the, well, it feeds into the Pacific Ocean. This is the mouth of the river. Goes about 4 miles, 3.5 miles from here, and then there it feeds directly into the Pacific. You'll see sea lions up here on the docks and otters and all kinds of things. And a couple miles down the river, more towards the ocean, there is an orca that got turned up the channel. I don't know if that's official water talk or not, but I'm from Kansas, so. But such a beautiful morning. Come on, Gypsy. Got Gypsy with me as always. This is our morning walk. We do about half a mile every morning, at least. There's the banks. When tide comes in, I don't know if it's in or out right now, but a lot of the times when tide comes in, as you can see from the mud, it's pretty high because this river goes in and out with the tide. This is Brackish-Ann salt water. Try to get a better view here. What a beautiful place, huh? I don't think there's a better place on earth than the West Coast. And I say that about Oregon and California. I've never been to Washington. My wife has, and she said it's beautiful there. But I don't think I'll ever leave Oregon, honestly. Yeah, I'm happy here. Very happy. But yeah, what a beautiful scene, huh, guys? Say hi, Gypsy. Gypsy bug. Gypsy does not like the camera. Not at all. That's an easy lead on her face, not a muzzle, just so everybody knows. It helps me walk her without her dragging me from here to Egypt. But yeah, like I said, this is our favorite spot. We come here every morning. I like to get here earlier than now, but I've been waking up a little late the last few mornings. I like to be here when the fog is still in before it rolls out. There's the bridge over there. Let's see if we can, how far Gypsy will let us walk. Sometimes she'll go up the boardwalk, other times she won't, because we saw a sea lion there one morning and it spooked her, of course, and since then she's really leery. Really leery. And then there was a bear and cubs down here at one point. We never saw them, but I think she picked up on their scent a couple times because, like I said, she gets really spooked over here by the boardwalk. Not right there. That's the boat ramp. I'm going to try to get you up on the boardwalk. Hold on. I'll show you instead of, explaining it to you before we even get to it. Come on, girl. Come on, come with Dad. Rest area. This is a really nice little area they have here for us. Said there's the boat ramp. A couple weeks ago when it was flooded, that boat ramp was all the way to the top with water. This is usually where I bring Gypsy during the summer if I don't go to the beach, because the beach sometimes is crowded and people let their dogs off the leash and stuff, and Gypsy's not that kind of dog, so Gypsy's kind of like Dennis the Menace at times. And I say that in a loving way because I love her to the ends of the earth and back, but yeah, she's a challenge. All right, guys, this ship right here, this restaurant right here, Big Fish, this is made out of an actual ship. That's the wheelhouse, and I don't know what you'd call the bottom area. But yeah, you can even set and dine up in the wheelhouse. Some of it's built on, of course, but yeah, the base of it is an actual old ship. Get you back over here. Hey there. Hey, good morning, guys. Oh man, holla if you hear me, man. I'm a WCW fan, so Scott Steiner's my dude. So you don't know how much I really do appreciate that comment. Looks like she's gonna let us up the boardwalk this morning. I'm trying not to let her jerk my phone out of my hand because that would not be good at all. And I don't swim, so, and we couldn't get in this water anyway. the current is moving a lot faster than what it looks like. A lot of people learn that the hard way here in Oregon. You can swim here, of course, but you got to be really careful, and you should be a strong swimmer and still wear life gear. That's where we saw the sea lion a while back, and since then, like I said, Gypsy gets really spooked sometimes. And I can't say I blame her. Sea lions are huge, sometimes 500, 600, 700 pounds. They're very intimidating, and they've been known to snatch a few things off the boardwalk, including little dogs. And right now they say that they're more aggressive than normal. I don't know what the scientific reason behind that is, if it's just changing environment or what. Here's the Discovery Center. It's a museum. I'm not sure exactly what's in it. My wife has been to it. I have not yet. But there's a spot where you can go up and overlook the whole river. God, look at that bridge, huh? I don't know what it is about it, but it's really cool. Get another view over there. There you go. Man, all the people are asleep, dude. That's where they're at. I'm an early bird. Here's another restaurant, the Schooner Cafe. Guess Gypsy's dragging us into uncharted territory. I've been down here before, but I usually don't take her because I don't let her get me out on the docks. Because I can't swim. I can keep myself afloat in a river that's not moving for a minute or two, but yeah, I am not a strong swimmer. If I go in here, I'd go straight down and I'd have her tied to me, and yeah, we're not going to do that. All right, Gypsy, we're not going down there. Come on. Nope. Yeah, this is what she does. She gets wild up here and gives me some extra anxiety. I've never been in this Schooner Cafe, but I hear it's really nice. There's also another one over here that I didn't show you that's called Kismet's Landing, and I hear it is extremely upscale and nice. There's that dude, the old captain. Good day and good morning to you too. The old captain here. He just kind of sits here and watches. One of my favorite things about Reedsport. This is the chainsaw carving capital of the world. I don't know if you know that or not. But it is. They have competitions here every year. This was done with the chainsaw. Amazing art. I never thought I'd be into anything like that, but like I said, it is truly amazing. And this one apparently was made just for this restaurant. So how cool. The Oregon coast is littered with such great art and artists, and it's a place that if you're a creative person at all, the West Coast is your kind of place. I like to try to be creative. I'm not all that good at it, but I definitely feel more at home out here than anywhere else. Gypsy's gonna give me some trouble. Oh, I have taken a selfie with him before. I'll turn my phone around next time. Come on, girl. Sorry about that. Like I said, Gypsy sometimes gets a little stubborn, to say the least. She'll plant her feet until I go the direction she wants to go, and I'm trying to run the show this morning, so I was trying to take you up here to show you another carving that I think is freaking amazing. Hold on a second. Hold on, Gypsy. Good girl. I think those are supposed to be salmon. I'm not sure, but like I said, what art, huh? There's the Discovery Center. Of course, let's go look over here. There's a totem pole that's pretty dang cool. You see a lot of Indian art, and you'll see authentic teepees and totem poles throughout the state because Oregon is Indian country. A lot of it is Indian land, and set aside and owned by the tribes. So they have a lot to do with a lot of what's allowed in a lot of these towns and law-wise. And sorry about that. Hold on, guys. All right, Gypsy. Let's see if we can get up close. And the sun's coming through just enough to... And yes, that's an authentic totem pole carved out of wood. Here you can see the cracks in the wood and stuff. This is amazing art. It truly is. There's several tribes that were throughout Oregon. I know that. The Umpqua, I'm not exactly sure. My wife is more versed in it. She's originally from here and Kansas. How cool, huh? That bee. Me too. My wife is really into it. Hi from Serbia. Hey, hello to you. Hope you're having a good day. Can't really see, but there's a lot of fancy houses up there on the hill. By the time I wrap back around, that house is like facing my house. I'm on the other side of that. I can see all the houses up on the ridge and surrounded by $1 million homes. I'm definitely not a $1 million home guy. I live in a little apartment, me, my wife, and 2 kids right now, but I'm fortunate to live here. I know that. It's supposed to be cloudy today. Hopefully no more rain. It's been really rainy. I'm going to show you the art on the other side of this wall. This wall right here is, I believe they call it a dike wall, but it's supposed to help stop a tsunami. With it only being, I don't know, looks like 5-6 feet, makes me a little leery of if it actually, would help at all or not, but that's a whole nother thing. That's my biggest anxiety here is the water. I love the water. I love going to the beach. I love hanging out at the river, and I love going down here. But natural catastrophe-wise, that's my biggest fear, is a sudden flood or tsunami. And that's because where we live in our house, we're about 10 feet below sea level. Is it really that bad in the U.S.? Normally not. It's a rough place, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, at times it's really a lot harder than what it should be, and right now it's extremely hard for everyone, but we're hoping to get through this current situation. And I can't tell you how much I love the people of the world, and I hope that they don't get jaded towards us citizens and stuff through all of this, because most of us are good people. Most of us are good people, honest people. There's a lot of hardworking people here. There's a lot of great artists here. America's a great place. It really is. It's just right now, it's a little rough. And I'm sure, anyone else can, attest to that. And a lot of you around the world can relate to that. Hey, Los Angeles. Now there's a city right there. I don't think the rest of the country realizes how important Los Angeles is, not only to our culture, but it provides most of the economy here in the United States, and that's a true fact. California is a beautiful place full of beautiful people. Just like Oregon or even Kansas or anywhere else, it has its issues, but who doesn't? People come out to Los Angeles because it is the place of dreams. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Natural disaster wise. Yeah, I thought you were talking about America in general if it was bad. But yes, natural disasters, somewhat. Yeah, no more than the rest of the world, and there's parts of the world that definitely have it worse. Our biggest threat here, where we are, would be worst case scenario, really large tsunami, and it would take, in order for it to come 4 miles in, it wouldn't take much for that, because the river wraps around Reedsport. Like, we are surrounded by water completely, like an island. I mean, there's highways and roads that lead out of here, but you're surrounded by the river the whole time, or the ocean. So the biggest threat here, like I said, to us, especially since we live 10 feet below sea level and below river level where I'm at, would be just to quickly get out. It would take it probably a few minutes to reach this point of the river, maybe not even that. There's also some large dunes. See if you can see them. Way over there in the distance, that's not a mountain. That's dunes, the largest sand dunes in the country. I'm not sure about the world, but I know in the country, a lot of ATV riders, professionals come out here And they have a big dune fest every year with ATV and all that. A lot of accidents during that time of year too, as can be expected. But yeah, I think those would help stop it. There's evacuation routes here that as long as you get about 100 feet above sea level, you should be okay. Because it would take like the world's biggest earthquake to cause something that bad all the way in here. But a normal tsunami like what Indonesia had, that was a large one. But if we had something that triggered that, then we'd be in some trouble. A lot of the coastal towns here would be gone. Reedsport, like I said, we're kind of lucky that we set 4 miles in. Gypsy, stop. Gypsy, be a good girl. Yeah, we set 4 miles in, so it'd take us time to reach us. Gypsy, be good. Come on. Gypsy doesn't like my attention being on the phone sometimes, so she likes where are you from? Reedsport, Oregon. Yep, exactly. They happen all over the world. The state used to help with disaster stuff, and they normally do, the government, if it happens, but right now kind of all bets are off as far as that goes. Hopefully we never experience, but yeah, natural disasters happen everywhere. Around the world, there's a lot of places that are a lot of worst. Here it's forest fires and tsunamis, and here in Reedsport it would be tsunamis, would be our biggest threat, or a big earthquake, which, you know, you can't live scared. I had to, after the last tsunami evacuation, which was the first in 30 years, I'm not going to lie, it traumatized me, because there's nothing like getting a notice on your phone while you're out of town and your kids and dog are at home, saying that you need to get away from the coast immediately, that there's a tsunami that's imminent and you are in danger. First time in my life that my life is literally flashed before my eyes. It drained me of energy. I thought I was dying. Whether my wife admits it or not, she thought we were too. Everybody did. We got back here doing 60, 70 miles an hour. A lot of workers on the highway up in the woods didn't get the damn message, because we were telling them, hey, there's a tsunami on the way, and they were like, what, you know? And it just let me know that not everyone's prepared, and we all need to be more prepared. But it was the first evacuation in 30 years, and it traumatized a lot of people. But me being from Kansas, it made it to where I definitely was ready to move back inland for a while. Made me anxious at night when I took my medication, like I was going to oversleep one or something. Hold on a second, let me read that. Oh man, yeah. Are you where the nightclub thing happened? If you are, I definitely pray for those people and stuff, and for sure. Because I'm not familiar with the whole story, but I heard it on the TV the other day. And like I said, definitely I'm thinking about those people. And here's another view up the mountain. We're surrounded by mountains here too. Here in Reedsport, we got like the best of both worlds. We got the mountains, and the dunes, and the ocean right at our back door, and the Umpqua River. But yeah, the tsunami warning definitely like jarred me. It took me a while to get over my anxiety with that, but like I said, now I've come to the conclusion that, you know, it's like any other evacuation, you know, you just be as prepared as you can and just get out. And it's not really, and I don't mean you have to stock your cars and all that. We did. We got a lot packed in my wife's car, a tent, food, water, all that, just in case. But what I'm saying by be prepared, just be, you know, be aware of your surroundings, and, you know, if evacuation sounds off, take it serious. Oh, UCLA, right on. Heck yeah, man. What are you studying? Oh, dude, the LA wildfires, man, that was horrible. Horrible, man. it broke my heart to see that creeping into those neighborhoods and LA itself. And I don't, while everyone else was having some fun at the situation, I was not. There's a lot of history there. There's a lot of great people there, their lives being more important than the history there. But I don't think people realize how much would be lost if LA went down. Like I said, it's most of the nation's economy, and it's where the majority of art and stuff comes from, film, music, things like that, which gets exported out to the entire world. Yeah, it's something special. And it is hallowed grounds for those of us who respect it. And there's a lot of things there I still want to see too. Oh, gotcha. Right on, dude. Right on. Very cool, man. Best of luck with that. Stick with it and do your thing, man. The world needs more educated, bright people and knowledgeable people. So, heck yeah. Best of luck, man. I'll definitely be supporting you in any way possible, dude. But yeah, LA's very important, and Oregon's very important. We do a lot of logging here. We don't. I'm not a lumberjack, but yeah, they do a lot of logging, that kind of thing here. Hopefully that doesn't actually creep into our national forest like the current administration wants to allow, because the forests here are sacred and important. Right down the road in just a few hours, you've got Crescent City and the Redwood Forest. And the forests here in Oregon are very important too. They really are. They'd be better off answering that question than me, but yeah, LA has crime, but the town I just came from in Oregon is a small little inner city town of maybe 100,000, maybe not even that, maybe 30 or 40,000. And we were listed, when we lived there, it was listed as the most dangerous city in Oregon. And it's not even the size of Portland, not even close. So I think it's really, it's just according to your individual community, and you're going to run into that anywhere. You really are. But am I scared? Would I be scared to go to LA? No, not at all. I'm not scared when I go to Portland. I get a little nervous, if I'm coming out of a concert and, there's people out and about at 1 a.m., being rowdy or anything at gas stations, but that's normal. I'm an old dude. But no, I don't feel in danger there. I've never felt in danger here in Oregon for the most part, ever. We've got homeless issues, which is a major issue out here. We've got drug addiction issues, which is a major issue out here. And along with that goes a lot of theft and issues. But yeah, Oregon's a lot of countryside. It really is. Like I said, here we got the best of both worlds. And here on the coast, we've got the mountains, the sand dunes, the Umpqua River, and the Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Ocean is exactly 4 miles from my front door. So just a couple minutes. Afghanistan. Right, dude, exactly, Yeah, LA's just as safe as anywhere else in the world. Like I said, the little city I just came from before we moved over here was definitely a lot more dangerous than anywhere else I've ever lived. And besides having some crap stolen a couple times and having to deal with a couple people out of their minds, either mentally ill or with addiction issues. But we ran a second-hand store there, and we made it out okay. And like I said, I can't tell you you'll be safe in LA. I'm telling you that I would personally feel just as safe there as I do anywhere else. Yes, we do. These mountains here, right here, aren't high enough elevation. Because like I said, right now where I'm standing close to my house, we're about 10 feet below sea level. But you get a couple miles from here and you can see snow up on the mountains. And, Oregon's a very beautiful place. at nighttime the fog rolls in here like a John Carpenter movie. Here you'll see that right there leads back to the river where we just were. This here, I don't know if you can tell how far down that goes, but a good 10-20 feet down, that's where the river comes up at the banks if there's ever a flood or a tsunami. And of course, water takes the path of least resistance. So to fill this bowl, once it comes up over here, to go back down into this other equally deep bowl, and then that's where we set, right over there. So needless to say, my house would be gone, but my house would be the last thing I worry about, my little apartment. I'd be more worried about my family and the dog and cat, which are my family too. Come on, Gypsy, out of the road, out of the road. But yeah, as you can see, this goes down pretty far. Like I said, it would fill up pretty quick and wouldn't be good. Gypsy's got a thing for cars. She frickin' loves to try to chase cars, which really bugs the heck out of me, but said she's not the most behaved, but I love her with all my heart, and she's the world's best worst dog. I've spent some time in Texas. I was in Burke-Burnett, Wichita Falls area, right over the Oklahoma border. It's hot there, dude. Said I'm from Kansas, where it can get up to 100, 110. Roseburg in the valley here got up to 115 when we were there once. It's a lot cooler here on the coast. But yeah, in Kansas, the humidity and stuff, and in Texas, the heat is horrendous. Like I said, I was just over the Oklahoma border, and it was enough for me. Dang right. All these possessions and stuff, and I worry about mine too, because it's like, oh, my record collection, or oh, my ukulele. But in all honesty, if anything ever happens, I won't be grabbing material possessions. When the tsunami thing happened, all we worried about throwing in the car was blankets, water, pet food, and the kids, and Gypsy the cat, and my boy's parrot. I could have cared less about anything else. As long as we were okay until we got everything settled, and as long as we all survived, that's all that matters. At the end of the day, that's all that should matter to any of us. Possessions, even if they can't be replaced, our lives definitely can't be replaced. And yeah, like I said, there's nothing in there. Even if I lost the one last memento that I have in my father, I could care less as long as we get out. Like I said, none of it matters. Little duplex apartment. I don't know if you can see or not, but my Kit Kat's in the window. And oh, dude, it's very beautiful. Yeah, there's my cat sitting in the window. She likes to wait for us when we're not there, just like a dog would. And she follows Gypsy's lead, so if Gypsy goes outside anywhere, she wants to go. She's got a little catio, but it's been pouring rain here. We're in rain season right now. Did you ever watch? Oh, dude, yeah, of course. I watched the entire series, Breaking Bad. I'm a series guy, or used to be. I watched that, Boardwalk Empire, Sopranos, Sons of Anarchy. I'm getting ready to start Deadwood. I haven't seen it yet, and I'm really interested in that kind of thing. All right, guys, I'm going to cut out of here. I got to get ready for a flea market that I'm vending at this weekend, and I've got a lot of stuff to do before setup today at noon. I can't thank you enough for tuning in. If you're not normally here, hey, bye, dude. Good luck with what you're doing, man. And that, you don't know how super cool that is. And I know I don't know you, but I'm super proud of you, and keep pushing forward, man. Please, guys, give me a sub and subscribe to me. My wife makes a lot of cooking content, and she makes soap and makes videos about it. I make a lot of record and ukulele videos and do a lot of live streams. Have a great day, guys. Have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And I'll try tuning in later. Thank you, guys.